All right. Court's in session.
I'll pray for you today.
We have a quorum, and I'm having Ms. Gento lead us in the word of prayer.
Thank you, dear Lord, for this day. Just thank you for the beautiful sunshine you've given us and the cool, crisp air and the new life coming on as plants and trees bloom, dear Lord. It just reminds us of your resurrection. Thank you, dear Lord, for all that you give to us, provide for us. I ask, dear Lord, for rain to be sent upon your land. I pray for this morning's meeting that decision will be made based on your instruction, dear Lord. Give each one wisdom, dear Lord, as we go through each and every day of our lives, as you put us in the position that we are to serve. And I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Pledge. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Ms. Gento.
Yes, sir. I have minutes from a regular meeting, March the 9th, 2026. No personnel report. I do have certification of additional revenue. I do have amendment changes by fund. Investment report from February 2026. The auditor's report, unreconciled, March the 13th, 2026. Treasurer's report of financial condition is from February 2026. Financial reports is Goldsmith, ECAD, District Clerk, and DMV. On bills, claims, and accounts, I have 6 sets. There are no certificates on open meetings, public information, or cybersecurity, or there is no purchasing acknowledgments.
Okay.
That's it, sir.
Ms. Key.
Yeah, very quickly go over the report as of March 13th. At that time, the first report is the statement of cash position, and at that time, you're looking at the actual ending balance. General fund, $5,497,244.21, which is good. The appraisal district, and you'll see on their report, gave us almost $3 million. So that helped the balance. And then road and bridge, $1,277,474.10. I do want to bring your attention down to the grants fund. We have $99,473.84 in there, which will or has been transferred out. And then on the second page, the actual ending balance for all funds on deposit for the county, $14,597,936.27. The next report is the statement of revenue and expense for the county. You'll see general fund revenue over an expense, $3,130,711.62, which is good right now. And road and bridge revenue over expense, $1,007,404.79. So we're in a good position right now, and the tax revenue that came in really helps. And then the last report, there's also statement of revenue and expense for the state funds. And then the last report is the lease payment schedule and the limited tax note.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for the auditor?
No. I'll make a motion to do it.
Okay, motion by Mr. Raines, second by Mr. Maxwell. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
sign in red.
Please don't. See enough of that.
Red, good old thing.
These are just for us. Two more.
Gosh, taking every time.
Oh, I thought we need to discuss that budget amendment too.
Ginger, you backing up? Just checking.
This budget amendment for 292.
No, the other one. That one.
That one.
The 600.
Yes. Yeah, look at that one real quick.
I'm gonna sign that too.
No, you don't. You don't need that.
Oh, okay, the budget amendment is moving, sales income for assets that were sold. The money was deposited into general fund, it was certified into general fund. So the budget amendment is because I'm moving the revenue and the increasing the expense in county clerk records management. That's all. Did you sign it?
No,
Okay, thank
you
you.
ripped it out of my grasp before I was able to.
That's a little bit external. Thank you, sir.
Well, while we're signing the, I didn't even text any of the fire chiefs because we're in the elevated fire risk anyway. So my recommendation is we just leave the burn ban on for now.
Did you have a good weekend? Yeah. Sunshine, wake up. We're waiting on
Wakey,
you.
wakey.
Well, I figured we were still signing the dadgum copies. Yeah.
No, all of us have to look at our names.
Oh.
Good.
Emergency amendments. We've already done A.
None.
All right. C. Chris Orta, Senior Account Manager from American Fidelity, to present a short proposal of services. Ms. Orta.
You say short, how short do you want this?
Oh, you'll know.
Well, there's two of us. What do you want me to do? You want us to stand? We can stand.
No.
No, get you another chair.
Yes, sir.
Good?
Yes.
I'll share a copy with each one of you guys. Good. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Go. And Sorry, missing one. About sure if you have a copy. We can get
I
you
grabbed
one.
yours. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Because they don't share with me.
We'll leave
That's
this
okay.
one as well. We'll just use
We'll
this
just-
for.
I've got it. I've printed it. So
Oh, okay.
it's what, yeah,
Let's talk the same thing.
no, I got it right here.
We can share it, brother.
Introduce you. I'm ready. All right. Well, good morning. We're excited about getting to visit with you. My name is Gabor. Gabor Siklosi. It's Hungarian.
Would you like to spell that for me?
Gabor Siklosi.
That's very pretty.
Well, thank you. And you guys already heard Chris's name, but
Or the pretty simple.
Yeah.
It's on here.
it's on
Your
there.
name made it to the list.
So I don't rank. We're with a company of ours that we're with is American Fidelity. We're pretty excited about getting to visit with you all about our proposal services for the county. The way we kind of have this plotted out, I'm gonna give a few comments about the company and some of our background and value proposition, and Chris will talk a little bit more of some of the details of what we're proposing as far as our services and products, and of course handle any questions after that. I've been with the company a total of about 21 years now. I started my stint in public sector with schools in Missouri and Arkansas, and been with the AWD side, which is another division of the company, which handles private and public sector as well here in Texas since 2017. So I came back. I left the company and came back, We're real excited about getting to visit with you because we do have extensive experience in the public sector throughout the country. Some of the references I'm going to be referring to is on page 4 on some of my comments. And for one, we are an A+ rated company. We're one of the largest privately held insurance companies in the country. We do not advertise publicly on purpose because a lot of our whole service model is word of mouth and relationship based. And so we don't have an animal as a mascot. We don't have race cars, that kind of stuff. Our company chooses instead to put a lot of that money that would be spent on that kind of revenue into benefits to make us more robust when we do compare with competitors. We do have about 8,600 employer groups throughout the country. We're in every state in the U.S. except for New York State. And so there are 120, I believe, accountant representatives throughout the country with this division. Our other division has another 500, 600, 700 of them. Some of the things we like to highlight a little bit about ourselves. We've been in the business since over 60 years. We started it with school districts in Oklahoma. Our home office is Oklahoma City. We have several counties in Oklahoma City. I believe we run around 80% of the counties in Oklahoma City or in Oklahoma. And we also manage the Oklahoma City account itself. We consider ourselves experts in dealing with these kind of things. Some of the counties here in Texas, Bell County, Ellis County, City of Corsicana. Another group that is very similar in personality that I work with is Net Health in Tyler, Texas. They're a government entity, so they kind of fit some of the same kind of model that you guys would. Why we enjoy working with public sector, or why our model fits public sector, is because you guys have a lot of budget restrictions and things like that, just like school districts, just like cities, counties. They all have that same kind of some of the strains. And so a lot of our model is specifically designed to be able to give tax savings and savings for the county itself, spread out some of the administrative burden. And of course, help your employees and help your employees be able to be more competitive, basically, in overall against private sector. And one of the last things I'll say about us, a little bit about us, is our Net Promoter Score. That's that number of 57 right there in the middle of that page on page 4. What the Net Promoter Score is I'm sure you guys have all dealt with that, where you've gotten a survey after you've been with a group. You know, you have some experience with a business. Hey, tell us, would you promote? Did you have a good experience? Would you promote us to your friends? And it's a very simple survey. But you know as well as I do, when someone has had a bad experience, right? What are they doing? They are clicking on that survey. I'm going to tell you that I had a bad experience. So companies take a lot of weight if that's a good response or report. There's a lot of weight to that, and so the people who are willing to promote us, they've had a good experience. Our ranking is number 57, which puts us in the basically. Imagine you could tell which group is probably number one that gives you the best experience when you go through there. They always say, my pleasure. They get your order right just about every time. They're very friendly. Chick-fil-A, right? They're the standard bearer, but we're basically on par with groups like Apple and John Deere, to name a couple. So we're in the same kind of framework as they are. A lot of our competitors are down in the area of 15 or lower. As far as Net Promoter Score. So we take a lot of pride in that, because we know that if our model is employed and deployed in a group, give it about 3 years to get all the momentum going and all the kinks out. There's there's people grousing sometimes. They don't like change, as well as I do. That happens. But once we get our momentum going, people have a very, very good experience. And our proposal today is not to just come in and take over what you're doing.
It's going to take 3 years before people are happy with your product?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm saying it'll take 3 years for that whole momentum and everything that goes along with our model to give us those kind of scores like that. So it does take a little time. It's just take up on our model and the way that we go about doing business. It's not to say it takes 3 years for people to get be happy with us. And then as far as the way we differentiate from some of our competitors on page 3, it gives you a little bit. We do specifically focus in on niche markets. So public sector is one of those, healthcare, manufacturing, and then auto dealerships is where we have cut our teeth historically. So those are the groups that we tend to work with on purpose. So we focus in on those. And then our career account manager model is one of the last pieces I'll talk about. And then Chris will talk a little bit about product, which is that we are not, we're not commission only. We're salary based employees. And what that means is in this industry, we're W-2 employees. We're not 1099 contracted employees, which makes a difference in the overall scheme of things. Our company, we do have sales incentives. We're salespeople. We need to sell product, and a lot of our product will support our services if we're able to bring products in. So we're an insurance company, but we're not commission based. Our company provides our company car, all the brochures. We have a gas card. We burn company gas when we came here. So it's not a stressful situation where the sales experience is what's good for the agent. It's more of our owners want us to be able to come out to Eastland, Texas and do service days. Whether or not we sell a single stitch of business, we still can come out here because the company's paying for us. We can still feed our families whether or not we sell something, So I like that model personally. It's been very, very good for me and my family. Gives us a lot of stability and security, and not where we're changing people out year over year because they can't afford to stay with us. Like I said, I've been with the company 20 years. We have another guy that's been just about 26. Our manager is he's 18 years, somewhere in there. Chris has been with us he's probably one of the newer guys. What is it, 4 years? But he's happy to be with us.
So just to piggyback off of
go for it.
What he's saying there. So we initially met with Christina and Brandy. They're awesome. They're great. We did find some things that they were concerned with prior to what kind of they're doing currently. One of the big things in the highlights was the HRA plan. That was something we were able to kind of get together with them and come up with a plan where it can benefit what you're currently doing. Not only that, but exactly have it the same exact way that it's already going now. So not really changing much of that.
I want better service.
Better services. That's exactly what we're exactly
Because I don't like it currently.
Yeah, and that's kind of the things that we're able to find out. Along with that, we also provide the HSA and FSA. That's at zero cost. So those are our benefits that we bring to the table. That are benefits not only for employees but for the employer as well. Another big thing is we provide yearly service. So we come out each quarter and we do something called service days where we're meeting with employees. We're saying, hey, we bring gifts, we bring snacks. Hey, this is what you have. We educate you. Do you need help with claims? Do you need help using our mobile app? Anything we can do to make sure that they know exactly what they have. And we're going to take some of that workload off of HR as well, for like an extension of HR. So I know previously, I think it was Lisa who was here. She was taking about 2 hours just to do 130 apps for employees, and that was a lot for her. So nothing's changed there. So that's probably pretty much the same thing going on now. That's going to be for this year. Well, that's where we can kind of take that workload off of that and say, hey, look, let us handle this piece of that. Let us take care of all of the benefits and get them signed up. At the end of everything, we send you just one sheet that has everything you need on there. What the benefits they've chosen, everything from family members and who signed up, right? We enter that all into our system, and it's just one transfer over, and that's it. So there's no longer going to have to be, taking 2 hours to fill out application. Customer service is huge too, right? The service days, that's key with us. A lot of our current customers, they love that we focus each quarter just on service days. We're not coming out, we're not trying to sell anything. We're here we're here for you. You're our boss. We want to do what's best for the employees and for the employer as well. Another highlight I wanted to say is right now y'all don't have a robust cancer plan, a full-blown cancer plan. That's something that American Family can provide. Our cancer plan, if you look on page...
Can I ask you something on that?
Mhm.
What about pre-existing?
Good question.
You have to be 5 years clean?
Pre-existing, it's only a 12-month...
It's 3 years.
3 years.
3
3
years.
years, you're right.
On cancer
On cancer.
specifically,
Okay,
yeah.
cancer, yeah.
3 years.
Okay. What if you currently have cancer?
And we encourage people to stay on the plan that they're on. We wouldn't
Okay.
try to switch them off
Correct.
if they're already in the middle of a claim. However, if it was where the county desired that we provide special underwriting to someone that may be carrying a prior cancer plan on payroll deduction, we can appeal to our underwriters. If we do that at what's called a rollover, where we can move any products that are on current billings to products that are comparable to what American Fidelity does, and then we can get special underwriting for them where they would waive pre-existing condition limitations. And what we mean by that is we normally have a 1 year waiting period on something that's pre-X. That can be waived, and they basically are given credit for time served on the prior policy that they were on. Does that make sense? So that we would waive pre-X because they were already previously covered. If we do have to go through an approval for that with our underwriters, they would be able to look and say, okay, for instance, you guys offer a critical illness plan currently. If we were saying, yeah, we're going to do a rollover on the critical, they've approved that, then we would look at that billing and they would say, okay, we can waive that pre-X on people that are only currently on a plan, and they could get their pre-X waived. If it's brand new, they still are subject to pre-existing. Okay. But if someone is currently dealing with actual cancer, we don't try to change that out. That just wouldn't be right by them or the company, or it would just be very, very complicated. So
Would you need proof on the pre-existing that you're 3 to 5 years out?
if it came where the way they determine pre-X is if you were treated or took any medications or any kind of thing within the prior 12 months only.
Okay.
So we normally, we are field underwriters. So when we talk to them, we ask, have you had any cancer in the past 3 years? If they say no, then we take the app, and it's assumed that they answer truthfully. If they end up having a cancer claim in that first year, then they do check medical history to make sure it was answered truthfully. If there's no history, I'm dealing with one right now. A person had a claim in November. They had to check. They're checking medical history, and he's all clean. So it's fine to go. You know? So
Sorry for interrupting.
no, we're glad for that. Anybody
We
who
love
has
questions,
questions
so,
like that, we love that.
And another thing to highlight on that is it's only 2 underwriting questions we ask. So if you're HIV positive, it's no, qualify, and then the other one is past 3 years if you had any cancer. Those are only qualifying questions there. Another great thing is that this cancer plan is portable. So meaning if for any reason they're to leave the county, they get to keep that policy with them at the same rate because it's age rated. So as you get older, it gets more expensive. So a lot of times you're locked in lifetime. Not only that, on the outside, sometimes folks will try to go out individual, right? Oh, let me see what I can find outside of an employer. Well, those are fully underwritten policies, meaning they ask 30 health questions, maybe more, blood and urine, what medications do you take, and all that. A lot of those times, those rates can increase or they don't qualify. So here, it's just 2 underwriting questions. That's what makes it so. I think what separates us from everyone else, that we have that. It's a little more easy for them to qualify for our stuff. Life insurance, I know you guys currently have Mutual Omaha. They're great. Like I said, we're not looking to replace anything. We're just looking to add where we know will fit for employees where they can have additional. I know with the Mutual Omaha at 100,000, that's a guaranteed issue rate for them. So their max is 100,000. Anything over that, they have to go through evidence of coverage. I mean, they have to go through health questions. Who knows if they qualify? We don't know. With spouse, it's only 25,000 is the GIA for them. So with American Fidelity, we're maxed at 200,000, and there's 3 underwriting questions. Have you been employed for the last 6 months full time? For wives, homemakers is full time. I think the other one is, have you had cancer in the last 3 years? Any diagnosis or treatment go through cancer? If that's no, you qualify. And the other one is if you
Missed more than 5 days.
Missed more than 5 days, right? Yeah, been in the hospital or any medical treatment, right, for the last 5 days.
It's only a 6-month look back.
Yeah, and they qualify. And again, life insurance like cancer, it's portable. That rate is locked in lifetime, and they can keep that with them. We do the term life 100, we do whole life, and we do the regular term life. So it's 3 options that we do provide. Another great plan that we offer is hospital indemnity. That one I like to highlight a lot because it works great with the HSA plan. If you want to throw some pointers out there with the hospital indemnity plan.
Oh, sure. Yeah. We're excited about being able to offer you guys our newer hospital indemnity plan, where they get to choose one of 3 tiers, $500, $1,000, or $1,500. That would be a benefit if they're hospitalized. That would pay out if you're admitted in the hospital, you get up to $1,500 up front, and then they'll be paid $200, $300, or $400 a day if they're hospitalized, for each day in the hospital, and ICU per day as well. And then there's a wellness benefit every year on it, so you get paid $50 just for getting a annual exam done. It's a pretty cool plan that nestles nicely with an HSA kind of situation. It's designed to kind of help with an HSA kind of program like you guys have. And all of our plans besides the disability would be fully portable, so people can take it with them if they leave. It's theirs to keep. And we're like Chris said, we're not looking to do anything with your current life holdings or anything. It is not company policy to replace life insurance, regardless of what kind of product it is. We just don't do that. If we can, we say, hey, keep what you got. If you want to add more, you can. Okay.
You want to add it to the HRA stuff?
Just related to the HRA, we work with our compliance department. We have a very strong whole compliance team. They did review what your guys' current situation is, the way you have your HRA arranged. We're excited we can offer the same kind of structure. And we have our whole team backing us up on that. And they would just help us structure that out to make it especially more customer service oriented. They would be able to, if people on HSA plan could feasibly use our debit card for the HSA reimbursements. And the HRA would be directly reimbursed into people's accounts the same way you guys have been doing currently. They can track on that online. So basically same kind of situation as you guys have had, where they present their EOBs, their explanation of benefits, to prove that they paid that deductible for the HRA dollars. And then once that's cleared, then we would reimburse that. The difference is that we are pre-funding that account. So it's just billed to the county monthly, or however the ladies would like to have that billed. Where these are the active employees, we're billing you guys for that service. But if they're presenting us with that EOB, we're going to be paying them out. And it'll go directly deposited into their account, a lot of the same way that they have. So it's cash dollars right back to them.
So when we present an EOB, you're looking at that column that says applied to deductible.
Correct.
And if that says $105 applied to deductible, then you will reimburse.
The reimbursement, I believe, is that's reimbursable once you've reached your deductible maximum.
Which is $250.
Right.
Well,
Which
yes,
on the HSA, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, once
Well,
you've
no,
hit your
HRA.
maximum, okay, yeah, the HRA. Once you've hit your maximum, then those dollars are reimbursed.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I believe it is now. If the county wants something different,
Well, it
we
depends
can.
who you talk to at the current one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll just
I'm
on details like that. The HRA is owned by the employer, and so you guys set up your rules the way that you want it to be done.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be different. Once we have that rule established, the system tracks that.
Okay.
It's not based on who you call; it's based on the system.
Okay.
So if you'd want it to be dollar for dollar reimbursement, I believe that can be done. If it's just once that it hits the maximum allowable, then the whole amount is refunded or reimbursed. It can be done that way as well.
Okay.
So, because you guys make that rule up.
But the people we're calling to file claims with are all on the same page.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you actually, it kind of segues us into our mobile phone app. That's where they drive a lot of the bills to be done anyway, or the reimbursements to be done anyway. So they would be able to zap it right into the mobile phone app, and it's adjudicated that way. And if it clears, on HRA they do have a person receiving those and check them. And then once HSA is established, that just goes through. If it's compliant, boom, it just goes right through.
Okay.
So, okay.
I have a couple of questions too. The county currently provides a $10,000 basic life policy for every full-time employee. Is that a service you also provide?
On that usually is a group term life, so it's a little different than what we typically are proposing. So that's we can, if you guys wanted us to, we can do that. We have an agency that would provide group term products. It's it's basically a separate division from what Chris and I work for. But we can, if you guys chose, hey, we want to do group term life with you guys. Okay, we can broker it out just like you would. We can shop it for you. We can get Mutual of Omaha, or we can get, Colonial, or whoever does group life. We could if you wanted us to. But in our proposal, we're not proposing to take that over. Again, to create as little disruption as possible. But we can if you guys wanted us to. Okay.
And the other question I have is, last time we switched companies, we had a lot of difficulty on the HSA cards transferring to the new one, and basically employees had to withdraw what they had and transfer it themselves.
Well, on takeovers I've done in the past, what we typically will do on the HSA, our HSA guys were like, you guys are changing at plan date, right? And we were like, yes. A lot of difficulty can come if you're changing in the middle of the plan year, because then that can get complicated. But if you're moving at the proper plan year, the same matching up, There is a runoff period of time. I believe it's 90 days that they have to use up their HSA money and get all final adjudication completed. But if they do have a prior balance, they have two choices. They can keep that money right there in that HSA. They're still eligible to use that money on that old, so to speak, old account, right? They could leave that card active, they can just use that money. They can leave it there. They can transfer that over to American Fidelity and would receive that after the runoff period and then credit them those dollars. But they wouldn't have access to those dollars until it actually transferred. So they would be using their current HSA at $150 a month or whatever, right? But then once that gets moved over there, then they'd have access to all of those dollars if they wanted. So they could have two separate accounts, because you can have as many as you want, I guess. Or they can move it over to American Fidelity if it was desired. They're not required to. Okay.
On these these 4 meetings that you are proposing, your service meetings or whatever, are those meetings that are required for employees to be there, or is that just
No, not required at all. What we usually do is we get with HR, we pick some dates out for each quarter, and usually we'll send out like an email blast to everyone to let them know, hey, American Fidelity will be here on this day. If you need help with claims, if you need help how to use your mobile app, or just any other questions you have for them, they'll be here from so and so, right? Usually 4 or 5 hours we're there. We can be here as long as we need to. The point is just to make sure we're doing what we have to do for the employees and answering all their questions.
Yeah, that would be on the service days, and we could do that by appointment. They could set up on an appointment. We have an online appointment scheduler. They can set an appointment with us. Hey, we're going to be here 9 to 12 on Thursday, Or we send out an email blast or whatever works with communications. Mm-hmm. However, the annual enrollment, we do want to be sure we've seen everybody. That's really, really important, especially if you're offering these kind of services that are employer dollars and all that. You want to show that you've offered it to every person. So open enrollment is as close to mandatory as you can make it without getting people mad. But you want to have basically IRS regs is you want to have an active election done every year. And our model does provide that. And then when they have an election form completed, it's got all the proper compliant wording, everything that's an authorized payroll deduction, authorization, all of that comes along with that when we enroll them in our system. And so all of that is nice and clean. It's an actual story. It's not just a sales story. We've had where counties or a public sector was getting audited. They were saying, hey, we're going to be auditing you. Get ready, get your documents ready. You need the last 5 years, blah, 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 whatever. Who's your provider? And they say American Fidelity. They're like, okay, never mind. That's literally a real story from our people. If American Fidelity is handling your stuff related to that part, it's not audit proof, but it does give you a lot of backup. So.
Okay. Any other questions? Robert, did you have any, since that account thing affected you, didn't it?
Yeah. What's your daily limit on your HSA card?
I believe it's $1,500, but we can find that out for sure. I don't know if it has a limit except maybe your balance.
Well, that would have been fine, but with a $5,000 deductible, if you got a $1,500 a day limit, it makes it hard to pay the deductible.
Are you saying HSA or HRA?
HSA.
Okay. HSA daily limit?
Yeah.
I've actually not been asked that before. But
You've never been in the ER and tried to put your card in there to pay for the service you're trying to get either. And they say, well, it won't work.
I do know from personal experience on my FSA, which is a little different, but the same systems run it. Yeah. It will go based on your balance. I just did a big charge on my dentist just a couple weeks ago. Yeah. And it's based on what your current balance is on that side. And HSA is the same. I've done large expenses on my personal HSA, which is the same system. No. And I believe I've done over $2,000, like when we did some other dental work and stuff.
Took 3 times, 3 different days to get enough to pay.
Yeah.
And that's very important because all of our new employees are required to take the high deductible plan.
Okay.
So they
Yeah.
need to be able to go use their entire
Their
balance.
money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now remember, HSA dollars are just what's been deposited.
Yes.
We don't forward dollars on HSA. So it's just what they would have in their account, whatever they're doing monthly.
Okay.
So that would be maybe the limitation. If they grew a balance or they had that balance transferred, then all that money would be available. So
Yeah.
but we'll verify that for sure. But I don't think that's a problem because I personally have done higher than 1,500. So.
Would you let the treasurer's office know that when you find that out?
Yes.
Okay.
So is our plan to do open enrollment with this in October? Is that our
Well,
August,
your
or-
plan date starts October,
Yeah.
correct? So we like to have 30 days in between enrollment and actual
we usually
plan
do
date
it August,
activation.
September.
So yeah,
for the
ideally,
October date.
and we can talk with them, kind of work it out. Ideally, late July or early August would be ideal. But we can work, and we would do this with, you notice on page 8, we would do print materials, we do posters, we can send postcards to everybody. I did that in a group last year. And then we do email blasts and letting people know we're coming. We go out to the sites, go out to Road and Bridge and whatever. Chris and I would be working that together. They may have 1 or 2 other reps come. We're North Texas team is 6 of us now. six of us now currently. We could come in and get it all done, and just work with whatever you've done. But we do want to see everybody personally, individually on a yearly basis, and we do need to offer some product in order to be able to pay for. We do not, if you notice on our page 2, we do not charge. There's no cash cost for the HSA admin, the professionals and support, the HRA, the AF enroll. We would request that HRA is typically does have a fee. We would, on your behalf, we will request that to be waived. No fee for the card, no fee for the HRA services and the compliance services and all that. In order to do all of that at no cost to the county, we do need to offer the products that we were talking about. We did include all of the products that we do, but we'll just negotiate with y'all through Treasurer's Office about which products we offer year over year. We just thought if we put everything on there, we got pre-approval. We can add it later. If we're just kind of taking stair steps, the ladies like that we wouldn't be trying to take over your accident plan or your critical unless the county said, no, I like what we're doing. Let's get special underwriting. We can do that this year, or we can wait. You guys see what you like with us, and we can do a rollover on current products to American Fidelity at a later time. So we can request that this year, or we can put it off for a year or two until we earn your trust in your business.
You mentioned the counties of Bell and Ellis. Do y'all have any smaller counties y'all deal with?
We just brought on Hale County. They're very, very new. The other ones that I'm in negotiations with are Nolan County, Runnels County. We're talking to City of Tyler. I talked to Scurry County this last year. They almost came on board, but they just can't do it. They got some new systems. And Coleman County, I talked to them last year. I haven't been able to get with them again. I've got meetings lined up with Andrews County, and we also work with like I said, Net Health, Oklahoma City, a lot of groups there, and the city of Corsicana also is a good reference because we've been with them a long time, and they really understand how our model works. They do appointments and have people come in on appointments. It's really a pretty cool little system. So,
Do you know how many employees they have?
at Corsicana. 150, I believe, 140 something. About the same size group. We can handle big ones or little groups. I mean, it's all the same. Just bring more people to do the same thing. Really is kind of what happens. And then a little more logistics if we have a larger group, as far as where we're going and move people around and all that stuff to get those individual appointments.
Okay. Any questions for the commissioners? All right, well, gentlemen, thank you.
We appreciate your kind attention. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oops, did I need to leave this
Do
one?
y'all want to hold on to these in case y'all have more questions?
I would like to have one.
Yeah, whoever would like, anybody like a copy of
It's the email y'all sent us.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're all good?
Yeah,
Anybody?
we're good.
Thank you guys for your time.
Thank y'all. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Elrod. Eastland Chamber of Commerce would like permission to work on replacing the LED sign that's out here on the corner at no cost to the county. I don't know that there would be an issue.
Have you ever made a large cake?
Have I remember what?
A large cake?
Don't answer that.
Well, it's time for
I
your
don't
way
even
out.
do
of this.
small cakes. So.
Okay, well,
Sorry.
I just thought maybe we could negotiate a deal here with a large cake.
No, this is just going to be. We're going to have we're changing out the LED sign in the front yard there, and it will be a better one. It's an 8 millimeter rather than 10 or whatever that was.
So Robert can
10
see it
years
when it
ago.
comes through.
Yeah, it should look. We should be able to do really cool things on it. You know, look more like a TV screen than all the dots it has now, and some of the dots aren't working. And it's old enough that we're having trouble finding new parts for it. Like they're not making them anymore.
We
Not handling
understand aging out equipment.
Yes, I'm with you there. So the city's buying the LED sign. The chamber has been paying and will pay for the insurance on the sign, and the electrical upgrade, which is we're going to have I think 230s and a number 10 wire rather than right now it's 12 and whatever breakers 20s or something. So that's what we'll have somebody come in, do the electrical. Donnie's already setting that up through the electrical guy that does stuff for the courthouse or county or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of it. It'll all be the same other than it'll look better.
It's supposed to be easier to program.
Yes, it's cloud-based, which it is not now. So that's why if you've seen us stand on the corner down there, uploading stuff to the computer, or I parked in the handicap spot there in the evening sometimes and do it there. So yeah, it's going to be nice that when someone calls and says, hey, you've got the date wrong on there or whatever, that we can go from wherever we're at the house or whatever and fix it. Instead of going to the office, get the dedicated computer that's for that sign. And, actually, you got to start over here at our computer to fix it and then put it on the dedicated computer, then take it to the corner and shoot it up to the sign. So it's going to be wonderful. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be, like I say, it's going to be prettier because it's going to, if the quality will be such that we'll be able to do, like maybe animated stuff or Christmas lights or, who knows what. Okay. So it'll be nice.
Well, I certainly don't have a problem with it, especially since it doesn't cost us any money.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Raines, second by Mr. Maxwell. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. There
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Ends July 1st, and if the court desires, I have everything ready to go through Texas Association of Counties Risk Management Pool. Whatever the court desires.
I'll make a motion to allow the judge to sign it.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Raines, second by Mr. Maxwell. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Sound effects.
Well, why do you both need originals?
I need them because I'm the
Oh, they're
official record
special.
keeper, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
What is this one for?
Shot just wants your signature. He misses it.
Okay, F, open and accept road and bid, road materials and award contracts.
Okay, we received 2 bids. They were due. Let's see if I can find that information.
I ain't no lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were due at noon Wednesday, March 18th, and were both received on time. And I'll start with the first one received, which is Vulcan Materials.
I read it's like a surgeon. I'm-
Usually got a
I'm-
little cutter, but she
I'm
don't.
opening the brain cavity now. I see the brain. Scalpel.
They have a
Scalpel.
Okay, they did provide the signature page with a unique entity number, the conflict of interest questionnaire. They did sign off on the Form 1295 and the House Bill 89 verification. And I'll list off what they did bid. They bid commercial base at $13 per ton, Dublin base at $14.50 per ton, 2 to 4 inch oversized rock, $27 per ton, miscellaneous riprap, $31 per ton.
We don't want no riffraff.
Riprap. And hot mix asphalt, $92.50 per ton. That is all they bid.
They didn't even bid co-mix? And no chip rock.
It's $92.50 per ton as well on the last one.
On the hot mix.
Uh-huh.
Let me look at it again before I tell you incorrectly.
No problem.
Because they got so many projects to themselves, the same as they keep
Yes,
James out there.
$92.50.
You know what?
Bless you.
3 months
Thank
ago?
Train is carrying some cold mix.
Yeah.
It's high though. It's like $175 a ton. But it's pretty good. We used it out on 488 and it did good.
Now we can't get none.
Huh?
Now we ain't gonna be able to get none.
Strain's got it.
Or
If
they
they
didn't
did.
bid it.
They didn't
Oh,
bid
they
it.
didn't bid?
I don't know. I don't know who this one is from.
That's from W&P.
This one is.
I hope they did bid.
They didn't.
They didn't?
She said there's only two.
There's only two.
We're in trouble and
Mm-hmm.
so it's broken. You might as well plan on loading. You have to cut our rock money down because we can't haul it all because it can't load but about 2 or 3 trucks a day out of there. Having to sit there an hour or so wait.
Who's that from?
This is from Diamond P. They provided their signature page with their unique entity number, their House Bill 89 verification, and their Form 1295.
And they have filed a CIQ in my office on March 16th.
Okay.
So that's done, yeah.
They bid
You're welcome.
commercial base $10.50 per cubic yard.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Commercial base
It was how much?
$10.50 per cubic yard.
Thank you.
Ready?
Mhm.
Oversized 2 to 4 inch rock. $15.75 per cubic yard. Oversized 4 to 8 inch rock. $22 per cubic yard. Caliche, $9 per cubic yard. Sand, $9 per cubic yard.
Well, what did they just bid?
Can we reject these and go back out?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Your contract is up April 1st, but yes, we can reject them.
Yeah. Call David and see why
call
they did.
David and see what the deal is. I mean, I know I don't know why he didn't bid it. I mean,
If they're the only ones available, can't you write a letter saying that they're the only ones available to have that?
Well, they're not, though.
They're not the only ones available, though.
Do we have to
They might have
reject them?
sold.
Can't we accept them and just get some more too?
Well, you could accept these and go out for the things that were not bid.
That's what I'd like to do. Just we're
Yeah,
going to
because we're gonna have to have co-mix from somewhere,
Chat.
and,
What's another word for Dublin?
chat wouldn't be a vote.
Is it the 4 to
Base.
80? Oh,
Yeah, I don't use that much
Double
chat
base.
here, I mean, but
because I know
But the thing is,
Diamond
you can't buy it if you
Yeah.
don't bid it.
did oversize
Chat
4 to
or-
8, but they didn't bid Dublin.
that 1 inch
Oh,
base that
we're
we use.
using the commercial.
I don't
Oh, is
have
that-
a 1
okay.
inch. I have,
Oh,
Yeah, they
gotcha. Okay.
okay,
they usually.
Vulcan bid the Dublin.
Yeah. But we're buying some strain right now, $6.50 a ton on the 1 inch,
Mm-hmm.
where that 3/4 cost us $14, so you're nearly doubling the price on it.
He's talking to him right now, James.
Hmm?
He's talking
He
to
didn't
him right
answer.
now.
David didn't enter.
Well, let's go ahead and, if you guys go with that, then we'll accept what was presented and rebid what we still need.
Yeah, especially what we need to rebid, 1 inch base.
Well, then you would have to reject
Everything.
everything and start over.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd have to reject because 1 inch base is gonna be commercial base, which is what Vulcan and Diamond P already did.
Well, Diamond P didn't bid Dublin, they just bid the commercial.
Yeah. The
Yeah, but commercial's 1 inch.
Oh,
Dublin's 3/4.
Okay. So why don't we put 1 inch and 3/4 inch?
That's just what they call them at the pits,
Okay.
and that's the way their tickets are gonna
Well,
be.
the
Oh,
commercial
okay.
is 1 inch.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the way their tickets will come out. It won't say. They don't often match anyway, though. To be honest.
I don't know what happened to him. He probably didn't even realize it bid,
Well, I don't know.
but for the county, I mean, that's it. That's all I use is from him.
That was the only place
Just
we got
because-
chip rock too.
Yeah,
Because Vulcan ain't bid chip rock in 3 years.
yeah.
So yeah, that was the only one that bid chip rock out.
Well, are you okay with accepting the two and then going out for bids for the last? Or what you need?
Well, let's.
You have to be specific on what you bid out. for.
Yeah.
Yes,
You either
it'll
gotta-
be, the list will be what was not bid.
What was not bid. So in other words, you can't bid the base unless you reject the base.
I'm not gonna haul into that anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We can't rebid base without rejecting the two bids we got.
And keep in mind, you have no contract after
Yes.
April 1st.
So we can't buy anything until you open it. So we open them back up.
And who's saying he's going to throw a bid at us?
That's the reason I
He's
tried
got
to
a
call.
reason,
Yeah.
He's probably got more than he can handle now, sounds like.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to have cold mix, so and nobody bid it.
Yeah.
Unless we just use rock asphalt. I mean, that
Yeah, but you
gets
can't
pretty
do that.
expensive if you get on a big job, though.
So he can tell you that.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on where he's at.
Usually he answers pretty quick.
Yeah. Sometimes on Monday morning, though, they have a big meeting too. So
Well,
Can we take a break right quick?
No county. What are we, cause our next meeting's in April?
April 9th, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Philip. Can we do that, Mr. Aaron? Can we table it?
You're out of contract.
Yeah,
Still-
we'll be out of contract.
Yeah, you still can't buy nothing.
Right.
It's not
April the
tabling.
13th.
Yeah, tabling is not gonna do any good
That's
other
it.
than
I won't be buying anything that I know of anyway. We're gonna be hauling milk.
And then the process could go up.
yeah.
April the 13th is the next day.
Let's take a break. Give him about 10 minutes, see what he says. Hopefully he'll call back.
You call him and see if he'll answer your phone. He may not have my phone number. May have me blocked. Like everybody else.
He and how many people?
The rest of us do.
Yeah.
Spam.
Will you finally accept a call from Robert Raines? No.
Yeah, we're getting down to the nitty gritty with
Yeah,
Strain
it's
quitting too. After Nobles had already quit.
April 6th is the next commissioners meeting.
April 6th.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Why are they getting out of the business?
They're not getting out of the business. They got so much business, and
Way
like
more.
Strain is, they're doing their own thing. I mean, they do major construction work. J.H. Strain does.
Well, like they're up there at Abilene right now, they can't even keep them, all them people happy. They are up there.
The second Monday? We had a special one on the 6th. Oh, okay.
I don't know what they'll do. Chip Rock though, or some of that, but they actually have a new mix on their co-mix. Brought James a load to try.
Hey, David, this is Jim Crenshaw from Eastland County.
Strange.
Hey, if you would, give me a call back just soon as
They stopped
possible.
making QPR. They
We was opening up
developed
bids
their own
today,
deal.
and we didn't send a bid in, so I need some kind of response from you. You would come. Thank you. I bet he's in a meeting
I do too.
Yeah.
With their planning board.
because,
Do we want to
I
take a
mean,
break?
he usually
Yeah.
answers my
Motion.
Motion to take a break. Motion to second, take a break. 10-minute break.
Motion second. Motion second.
Return at
Who made the motion?
10:12.
Ronnie made the motion. I say.
All right, well, we'll extend the recess until 1:30. We'll reconvene.